suppose how disappointing was today?
Sorry?
How disappointing was today?
Oh, very. You know, you're at the time of the year, you want to keep playing. We weren't the best team out there tonight, so that's very disappointing.
Did you have a game plan prior to today for DJ, considering Keanu and Taji were already ruled out? And do you think he executed that?
He had 30, probably didn't execute it. But it's easy to just look at the guy that has all the points, but there was other plays and other players involved in the game that impacted it as well. So, you know, we're all emotional right now, so for me to really give you a good assessment of how we did, that would be unfair.
What do you think the Taipans did to contain Bryce and force him to facilitating a bit more today as opposed to scoring?
You know you're a really good player when you have 19 and 10, and that's a bad game. That's unbelievable. Guy had 19 and 10, and they're draped all over him. He did a phenomenal job. So I'm not sure. Like they come out, you could see they wanted to get the ball out of his hand, but he made great plays. And the way we play, the way we've been successful is you trust your teammates, and that's what he did. We just weren't good enough. We didn't shoot a good percentage tonight.
Would you factor in a bit of fatigue coming into this, you know, being on the Perth, Melbourne up to Cairns? So I guess was there any fatigue with your players tonight?
No, not at all. I mean, there's such thing as fatigue, but I don't think there's a fatigue in a playoff game. Like, it's sudden death. You're not... Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and blame fatigue. Yeah, not at all.
I know it's hard to assess, you know, when your season just ended, but has this been a season of progress? Are you proud of improvements made?
No. When you finish sixth and you don't win a championship, like there's some moments to be happy about and be proud, like the way we battled and got to the situation we did. But I didn't take this job to finish sixth and lose out in a playing game.
There's no shred of progress that you've seen? Anything that you want to call out as a positive? I know in the wake of today it's difficult. Is there something you want to call out as a positive from the season?
Yeah, like I think as a franchise overall, there was great progress after probably what you would call a little unrest off the court. So I think there's been great stability made within the organization this year.
We'll go to Craig on Zoom.
John, what are your main reflections right now on the overall season? Is that you finish sixth, win the plane to get up to fifth. But in terms of how you will look back on this season, in terms of why you didn't go further, what do you think were the main issues?
Just our consistency. Our highs and lows were just the crevices were too deep. You know, you look at a team like Cairns. They were very consistent with their performance throughout the regular season, and that's why they put themselves in a position to host home games in the playoffs. So our consistency has to raise to give yourself the best chance on the ladder.
Day one in the job, you talked about the challenge of the fact that some of these blokes take 3 coaches in 3 years. So is that one of the reasons why you think inconsistency may have been a problem throughout the year, that different messaging has been in their head for so many years now?
Yeah, that's a tough question. You know, for sure, 3 coaches, their coach speak's going to be a little bit different. But at the end of the day, you're a professional athlete. We're all accountable for our performance. We just didn't perform at the level necessary to be a champion.
And Jesse, your reflections on the season at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a bit raw to say something too deep. And yeah, I mean, I agree with JR in terms of consistency. I think our consistency across the season and even within games, yeah, the difference between our highs and lows was probably too great. But yeah, as I said, it's 20 minutes in. I'm not going to say something too profound, I don't think.
And it's probably where we put after 20 minutes last year as well. But how do you look forward from a future perspective? Do you give yourself a couple of months now to decide what you'll do in your future, or will you take it less? Or what are your thoughts from a just going forward perspective?
Was that to me, Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you, Jeff.
Yeah, that's probably the furthest thing from my mind right now. Reflect on this year and then we'll see, I guess. Yeah, again, nothing. Don't have anything too profound, mate. It's probably a bit raw, and as I said, those questions will come up later, and they'll be answered later, I think.
Thank you.
That's great.
Any more questions on Zoom? No, we're good. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.